We're back, ladies and gentlemen, on The Juice. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But tonight we're going to talk about the good because we've had a great success. We had a great venue, even in the snow. They came out to support. Brockton was in the house. Connecticut was in the house. We were all over New England. We are definitely getting hot with the talk of the town right now. I'm with my partner, the one and only Bronx Bomber, Richard Capiello, who's my brother. We have a special guest also tonight. You're starting to see a lot of this guy, the Ranger. Look at him. He's all clean shaved. He looks like a baby.
Yeah.
You look good, man. I like the look.
No way, man. That beard's got to come back, brother.
How do you feel, man?
I feel good, man. You know, I got in there this weekend. I did my thing. You know, I could have done a little better, but, you know, I got my feet wet, and I feel good about it. You know, no disappointment at this point.
Yeah, no, you definitely got your feet wet. There's some things we're going to recap about your fight with Chad. Rich, amazing job again. You're a beast, what you do.
Thank you. You are too.
You don't stop, man. You're all over the place.
I mean, I want to say, you know, going to the West Warwick Civic Center, we just had a very successful night. We had a great crowd. We literally had 16 fights. My brother helped out with all the matchmaking.
And they were good fights,
matchmaking
too.
was tremendous from the first to the end. And we just had a very successful night. And, you know, things are really monopolizing at this point. And we're really taking Brawl for All to a different level.
I wanted to touch on something quick. What we're talking about is we've been promoting Brawl for It All. And as you've been following, I'm sure you've heard about it. And if you're in the New England area, you definitely know about Brawl for It All. We just came off Saturday, February 17th at the West Warwick Civic Center. We had a major show. The place was rocking big time, man. Even in the snow, they didn't stop them. They came out. The fan base is growing. You fans, I want to thank you. You're loyal. We love you guys, man. Without you, there wouldn't be us. So, you know, but let's do a little recap of the night, Rich. Let's start with my favorite of the night, the most exciting fighter. I'm lucky enough that USA Boxing don't take me and throw me completely out of the arena, never mind off the ring. So I'm able to stay up on the apron, which is unheard of. And
I've never heard of it in 25 years.
Right?
I don't know how it happened, but it did.
He yelled at me one time. He said, "Get down!" And I just backed all the way up, and I went behind the turnbuckle, and I'm right in the action, man.
As close as you get, right there.
Yeah, I'm right in the action, and let's talk about William Gilmet.
Well, 15 years old. 15 years old.
They banged.
Did you get to see this kid fight?
They banged. I watched it afterwards, and you know what? That's what everyone said. As many people have I had. I mean, everyone had a great night. There was all great fights. There was no like real slow fights, but everyone I've heard is that fight before mine was unbelievable. Those kids banged it out, man. I'm telling you. For what are they, 18, right?
Yeah, man. What say again?
They're 18, right?
No, 15.
Oh, is he really?
15 years old.
I thought he was 18.
15 years old. He's the quietest guy. He's the quietest kid.
Nice kid.
The most respectful kid. He's an A student. You know, even making his call-out video, I know he's the ghost cousin, and he's such a sweet kid.
Yeah.
And I heard so many good things about him fighting. And you know, you wouldn't think, because the fight was so lopsided, you wouldn't have thought that particular kid that he fought actually beat him in the Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, well, it was a great fight. I mean, it was one of those very close fights. And to be honest with you, that fight was close up until the end there when Gilmet got him at the end there, but that was a great fight. They were banging the whole way.
Watching that kid even warm up, because I was in the same dressing room in the same corner. I mean, he was unbelievable, man. The kid is poised. He's just a good fighter, man. And
For 15 years old,
yeah.
And the other kid, but both of them.
Well, the one thing I would say about his opponent, and D'Agostino, I think that's his last name. I forget his first name, but Gilmet's opponent was he was game. He was strong. He came in, but he took a beating. That kid took some punches.
They banged it out.
I wouldn't necessarily. I think it was a one-sided fight. Gilmet dominated.
You think so?
Oh,
He was
Rich,
banging him.
Gilmet dominated from the opening bell to the end of the bell. He was so nice. He was throwing nice jabs. He'd take a half a step back, crank him with an overhand right. The kid took a beating. He took some punishment.
He also had a lot. He wanted to redeem himself after losing in the finals of the Rocky tournament.
Yeah, he did.
And you know, these guys just don't like each other, so it was perfect for our Brawl for All. And you know, coming back to Rhode Island, this is where he's from. Yeah. You know, he had a lot to prove that night, and he proved himself very well. And I think he really upped his following.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, listen.
Man, everyone
And
loved
I don't
that
think
fight.
we've seen the last of him.
William, I know you're going to be listening and watching this now. We definitely want you on our next card.
For sure.
You know, there wouldn't be a better for a Gilmet D'Agostino 3, because you guys are even now 1-1, and you really put it on him. And I don't know how he stood up. I mean, you hit him with some bombs.
Exactly.
I was standing on the ring going, oh. I mean,
He was banging big time.
That wasn't even they. William Gomez did all the banging.
and
that kid was just taking it. He just took some heavy, heavy punches. And we want to congratulate William Gomez, too, because he's a first-time Brawl for It All champion. He fought for a belt, and he earned that. He earned the belt.
He did.
So I said, everyone just kept talking. That was like I mean, there's all other talk about other fights, but that was like that one and the younger kids, the first ones, like everyone was talking about them. You know, I mean, they banged it out too. But the Gilmet fight,
those were juniors.
Yeah.
Those kids were like 10 years old.
banging each other out.
That was a great fight. That was a great way to open the night.
All the fights were great. Like, you know, sometimes you go to fights, you're like, oh, you really don't want to watch and stuff. But every fight, I mean, I had a lot of people there from my side. Everyone said had a great night, and every single fight was awesome.
Yeah.
But everyone's talking about those two fights, like specifically. You know, they would just Gilmet was banging them. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
Banging him.
I loved it. I've watched it like 10 times already.
Yeah.
To see, you know.
And you know, I like watching Gilmet fight. He brings this kind of electricity to the ring. Reminds me of when I fought. He's energetic. He comes in. He's energy. He had this energy that I could relate to. You know.
Very good for 15 years old.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of
charisma,
poise.
man. That kid
Great
is
hand speed. He's
powerful.
He's definitely got a bright
Never would
future
think
if
he's
he
15
stays in
either.
it.
No, you wouldn't, right?
He loves it.
I'm telling
too.
you. I was with him, like I said, I was with him in the corner, and it was just crazy. Just even watching him warming up, and you never would have thought he was 15.
No,
I mean, my son's 17, and looking at him compared to him, I mean, obviously he's probably been boxing his whole life, but I'm like, I just couldn't see my son being the same way. Like, the kid's 15, he was just banging it. I mean,
I know, and he's got crazy skills.
Yeah.
And most importantly, the kid's a gentleman. He's an A
real
student.
nice.
You know, he wants this. He wants to be an Olympic champion. The kid wants to take it to Olympics. You know, after speaking with him and knowing his goals, and we support you 100%, William. We're all for you. Whatever the Brawl for It All family can do for you, we want you on our card. You bring electricity.
Yeah.
You bring the crowd. I mean, you are the real deal. You know. Who else did we have?
We had the girl feature fight.
Well, before we get to the girl feature fight, you know, let's go to our special features.
Shannon.
Newman, and Sean McNamara. These two guys. You know, I didn't realize the difference between the fighters. And again, I was on the apron, so I got to really get a good look at both of them. And Shannon's a little shorter, you know, he's a little stocky dude.
Yeah.
And McNamara's got that long height to him. And
What'd you think of the fight, Jarrod?
I think Shannon got hurt in the fight.
He did.
Yeah, he
something with his shoulder or something, wasn't it?
Shannon
Shoulder
hurt
or
himself,
something.
but you know, he came out and he had said something about his arm or his shoulder was hurting or something was hurting. And he just kept fighting through it, you know.
That was why the last time he couldn't fight too, right? I guess the same type of injury. I think it was.
Like a champion, the kid kept fighting. He kept coming. I take my hat off to him. Sean came. He was game. The last fight that these two guys fought, Shannon had the upper hand. He won a split decision, and this time around, Sean paid him back, and no excuses, as Shannon says. You know, whether you're injured or not,
It was a good fight.
when you're in there, you're in
Either
there,
way.
and the outcome is the outcome, and that's why we set up a Brawl for It All 3 with those two guys. That could be another 3-time fight. Let's get it going, you know. Sean and Shannon. These two guys, I liked because they were so different in styles. You know, Shannon came out. He was young. Smaller, trying to get on the inside and bang with him. And Sean's nice and tall, lanky, and he's using his
distance.
He's using his distance and his reach, and So that was a really good fight. I really enjoyed those two, and they're class acts. Those guys are. They really they bring class during the whole hoopla of the drama that surrounded Brockton, and I can't say much in Rhode Island. There wasn't much drama in Rhode Island. Godzilla and Dino were really silent.
They kept it pretty classy too. I mean, most people did. It really wasn't a whole.
It was really classy, and again, with the Brockton beef, it was just there's a lot of emotions involved. There's personal emotions. There's things that are involved that people don't see behind the scenes. That I happen to see it all and get in the middle of it all.
Be the babysitter about it.
Man, I'm not shy. I go right in, because I care about both sides. I care about you guys, getting to know you, getting to know your family, getting to know the history of Dara's and the Lenoncellos. I got a personal interest in you guys now, and even if we do a Dara Lenoncello too, I'm still going to be fighting the fight to there's got to be an ending to something. There's got to be an ending to it, and whether it happens now or later, that's irrelevant as long as it happens, and that's kind of our goal, my goal also. I know Rich's goal too, because that's kind of what we're about is, the agreement to shake hands after the fight.
Well, my personal beef with him, like I said, we said once the fight was done, we were going to keep it in the ring. My personal beef with him is out the window.
Yeah, okay,
as long as he what we had talked about, takes care of things like he's starting to do and everything, that's cool.
Oh,
personally, I could care less what goes on. My main thing is now, I gave him a shot. Got in there in 6 weeks, and my main thing was basically just to get off the couch. I only really had, I think, a month I lost the weight, and the next month was when I actually started boxing.
Well,
we're going to get to that in a minute.
We got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. Rich, did you happen to bring the award for him?
I do have
do you have it? Did you bring it with you?
It's outside, but I have it.
Can Cody or somebody get that, man? I want to give him his award right here, but let's get to that. We just talked about the Gilmet, and then we did a little recap on the Newman and the McNamara fight, which those two guys.
Yeah, I'd like to tap in real quick into the female fight.
That's where we're going, yeah.
And then, obviously we want to keep enough time to talk about the co-feature and the main event.
Right. The girl fight.
Anita.
There was a lot of hype around this fight. There was a lot of trash talking, and I think that sometimes when you surround yourself with people that are already in that talking trash stuff, and it just happens to grow on you, and I think Anita got caught up in it a little bit, and again, she's brand new to this, and this isn't just about a fight. When you're boxing and you're getting in the ring as a boxer, there's a lot that comes to it, especially with us. There's media, there's press, there's social media, there's a lot that comes with it. So you as a fighter have to be able to separate yourself from the nonsense.
It's tough too. It's not easy, man.
Well, and firsthand because you had struggles separating yourself from the talk and from the nonsense.
Right.
And it almost affected you a little bit.
Oh, right.
We're going to get on that. And I try to tell you, and you don't realize it until you're actually in it and you're doing it. But hats off to Anita. She came, she fought her heart out. I believe she has an injury on her knee, which I spoke to somebody today, and they said.
I thought she did really good considering she's never been in the ring.
Yeah.
And to the champion, congratulations to her
yeah,
too.
Megan, you're a beast. Peter Manfredo.
She'll be around. Megan's not going nowhere.
She ain't going anywhere.
I think she'll be representing us for quite a while.
She's our first lady champion. So. She's got to represent.
Yeah. Yes.
She's got to represent. You're our first lady champion. You're a crowd favorite. Everybody loves you. You did a great job. You worked your butt off. You got down to 155. Hats off to you. Peter did a great job with you.
Yeah.
She's a good person too. She's a nice person.
She's
too.
humble.
Really is, yeah.
She's humble. She's a real nice kid, and it's an honor to have you, Meg. Congratulations. You're the first Brawl for It All ladies champion.
Yeah.
And that to me means a lot. It's a milestone. We were looking for a girl fighter, and here we have one. And I don't know if there's anybody that's going to be able to come and take your belt at 155, but it's open. So if there's any women fighters out there that are looking for a title, Megan Lights Out is definitely willing to defend it. As we move on, Mr. Capiello,
Yeah.
we have no other than the co-feature.
Great co-feature.
Man,
I mean, two guys that, like, you know, Chad he's been in the ring a couple times. You know, Mike Dara takes on the challenge from Chad. You know, these guys obviously have a lot of bad blood. Their family, there was a lot going on. There was a lot of social media. You know, and Mike, I got to give you a lot of credit here because, you know, I was telling you earlier, like, I've been in this business for years, 25 years, and to see you step in that ring for the first time with no experience, under the conditions you were under, you know, under a full house of people, and to go in there and produce what you did, like, you should be very proud of yourself. That was a real stand-up job, and you know what? With a little more experience, maybe that could have been a little different, you know? And hats off to Chad. Chad went in there with, you know, with a game plan, and he executed, and he pulled off the win. And I've got nothing but respect and love for both you guys.
yeah, man, I
Big
agree.
time.
Let's start off with the crowd they brought with them.
Wow.
There was
Please
Love,
don't jump.
there was love in that place.
Listen,
Oof,
there was
jumping.
Team Dara was in the house. Team Leoncello was in the house. These two guys, they brought, I mean, Brockton was in the house. Let's just say that. And it's a pleasure getting to know all of them on each side. I think they're all very unique and special people.
Yeah.
A lot of my people are excited to meet you guys too.
Yeah.
Like a couple people were like, oh, we gotta go meet Jarrod and Rich. And then you know, my
Yeah.
wife even said that she didn't get to meet you. She's like, I didn't get to meet Rich, but like talking back and forth on social media, you start to know everybody, you know, before you
Yeah.
actually know them. And that's like, you know, you're right. It becomes like a family.
It
Everyone's
becomes-
like real close.
And I told you that in the beginning.
You did,
I told you.
absolutely.
I said when you know when you're with us, and again, look at our network. How our network expands through this concept that Rich and I brought here. Is, you know, I would have never known you if it wasn't
Yeah.
for Brawl for It All. Now I have Brockton family. I have Brockton connections. The network is just expanding, and we're growing. This is we're growing. We're excited, and to have the Ranger and the Lion, you know, to have them on our card with the people they brought and the support. It was you know, you had my hair standing up on the back of my neck with that entrance, man.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
beautiful.
man. We put a lot of thought into it. You know, I wanted my family. I wanted a couple more people to be there, but you know, my family, my son came out. You know, I
have to ask this question. How did your song open up?
Oh, it opened up with "The Lion Sleeps Tonight." You know, we're gonna put him to sleep.
the jungle,
yeah, and you sang it to me and kept singing it to me.
sleeps. I thought that was genius. You know, like when I fought at when I did my comeback fight at Twin River, and I was out 8 years, and I came out to Welcome Back Hardest theme
think that
song.
was funny. Yeah, I saw that.
And Jimmy Birchfield Sr. called me in the office after, and he said, "I got one question. Who thought of that song?" And I said, "I did, Jimmy." He goes, "It's genius." And he gave me my bonus money for
That's awesome.
Outstanding Fighter of the Night. But the song and how you mixed it in, regardless of the outcome of the fight.
You couldn't even hear the second part of the song. My crowd was just too loud at that point.
But it
I
was
mean,
genius. It was genius because it was the Lion Sleeps, and I really and they hyped me up.
My son was proud to come out with that head on a stick too. Like he thought that was the funniest thing to do.
You had me throwing punches in the ring.
You know something? And you got to remember, these guys are brand new. At the end of the day, even Chad's brand new.
Yeah.
When you know, in the main event, you know, somewhat brand new. Like, I mean, you know, Dino had his boxed a little bit earlier, and Gallant did, but at the end of the day, this is a new experience, and like, this isn't the end for you.
No,
Am I
man.
correct?
No,
I mean, you know,
way, man.
this is what we're developing. Like, these guys come in this for one time, Jarrod, a one-shot deal for an opportunity of a lifetime, and now you're continuing on, as well as Chad and these other guys. Like, it's big stuff, man. Like,
This
Oh,
is-
the
that's
next
great.
day I was getting
It's exciting.
My inbox on my Facebook was crazy. Like the support people I was getting from it was nuts. Like people in this situation, people in this program, people in that. You know, people backing me up, like strength and conditioning guys for the next.
Yeah.
Like everyone wants a piece of it because you know what they were like. Listen, you got in there. You know, you didn't get the win, but you head forward.
And look at you. You know, it's even though Chad got the decision, and Chad's our Brawl for It All champion in this event. And congratulations to Chad.
Yeah,
Chad's worked
unbelievable.
hard, and he's been in a few of them. And I think this is his first win, and he got himself a little belt. And hats off to you, Chad, man.
Yep.
And you handle everything with class, and I respect it. And no matter what anybody says about you, or what anybody feels about you on each side of the fence, you were classy, you were respectful, you were well spoken. You did exactly everything that
we expected out of
Yeah,
him.
man. You made us proud, man. You said all the right things. I'm super happy. Even though the outcome is what it is, look at you today. Look, you look 10 years younger.
I got to grow the beard back first, man. But other than that,
but you know, you're down weight.
Yep.
It's a lifestyle now. You're going to continue to stay on this, losing the weight, training. Do you like how you feel now? It's different for you.
I like it a lot, man. As far as mentally wise, physical wise, now I got that hunger. I got in there, my feet wet, like we said. I know a little more what to expect. Now I have a little more time to actually become a boxer and, learn how to become a boxer. I mean, it's not a whole lot more time, but I'm gonna continue with it then,
Yeah.
I got a couple people talking about maybe a smoker in a month or two prior to, June. And
I think that's smart.
I called out Chad because, I gave him his. He called me out and told me, I basically started boxing. I boxed for maybe a month because half of it was just losing the weight and cardio, So I gave him his shot, got in there real quick. Now he needs to give me my shot. Let me get in there, become a boxer now and give me my shot.
Chad, I know you're going to watch this. I know you're listening, so you heard it. You called him out. He gave you a shot. Now it's your turn. And I spoke to you earlier about what we have in the makings for the next Brawl for It All. And I don't think anybody's going to be ready for this. We have some,
Big things on the horizon.
Yeah, we have production companies coming in, and we're going to be filming some good TV, like live, like legit TV stuff. And we're all super excited about this. This next event, I said to Chad earlier, I'm like, dude, you're gonna be like, how Paulie D goes on the Jersey Shore and he's made, you fight on Brawl for It All with the production company that's coming in, and we sell this pilot to a network, and you could take
I'm a little celebrity.
You could take Brawl for It All and just run away with it if this thing takes off.
You're a notoriety now.
Already.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, it's
and
crazy,
remember,
like,
this is unlike any other amateur fighter. This is like putting people in the front line. Like, this is like you guys are becoming celebrities in your own right. It's pretty amazing.
I've gotten so many people that have gotten to me as far as, like I said, people in high place, other places have reached out and said we did a good job. Even though you lost, and I have my manager still, and now I still have more companies coming at me. I have the Restaurant Lounge Unwind in Warwick.
Yeah.
He wants to sponsor me big time. He believes in me. My another masonry company that believes in me, like sponsors that are coming out the woodwork to sponsor me.
This is just the
They
beginning.
believe in me, and this
is just the beginning, Ranger. Like I said,
it feels awesome, and the love is crazy.
Stick with us, and we're going places. Well, let's touch on the main event quick before we we got a little time left, but let's talk about the Godzilla and Dino fight. Both these guys are class act gentlemen. I can't say enough. Godzilla's he works hard. He's 49 years old. He's
John Gallant,
Godzilla, John Gallant, Gallant, actually,
yeah.
John Gallant. He's got 10 years on Dino, and
Wow.
That's and you got to take your hat off to the kid. He works his butt off. He got in great shape. I can't say enough
Just
about
a nice
him.
guy, too.
He's a nice, classy guy, and he's friends with all of us. We're all friends, Dino kept it classy the whole fight. That fight. John's busy, man. You can't go out there and fight Godzilla and not throw combination punches because he's going to beat you because he's still busy. He's in your face. He's nonstop. He's nonstop. That fight was a close fight to me.
They banged right there. That was a great fight.
One guy's getting dropped. Godzilla drops Dino with a left hook. Dino drops John with a right hand.
In two different rounds.
And
Dino down in the first, Gallant in the second.
Yeah,
now the third is the deciding factor. And these guys, man, they let it all go. Honestly, I was hoping for a draw. Right? To me, it could have been a draw, and that would have been great for like a nice rematch. But
wait, let's not count out the Godzilla and Gilmet rematch because of what we have coming. I think that's tailor-made for TV. And I think all these guys get back on this card. And we even have not only Godzilla and Dino rematch and him and Chad rematch and a few other rematches we have, but we have another Johnny Lenoncello
Yeah.
called out your boy Mike Smith.
Yeah.
So you know, the
Team Leprechaun
saga
coming.
Yeah, the saga continues. Team Leprechaun, Team Lenoncello. Johnny's already training. Johnny Lenoncello, he's already in the gym training.
Mike's taking it serious. He's already getting his stuff going.
Mike Smith's taking it serious. And for what I heard through the grapevine, there may be another call out.
Probably tonight. I think it's happening tonight. And it's,
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming.
Listen,
man.
there's going to be a lot more call outs. Brawl for it all, we are getting on the map. This next venue, we can't really talk about where we're going with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the works right now, but we definitely have a production company coming. We're definitely gonna be doing roll calls and looking for people that this is it right here. This is why we started this. And Rich, you and I, our dreams with this, only a short year, not even a year we've been doing it, is to take this as far as we can. And I think what we have lined up right now is we've gotten there. You know, we are just about there.
We've had a lot of great accomplishments so far in a short amount of time. And, you know, the great news is with this platform that we have in front of us, if this were to go, it'll put us on a national level. And that separates us from everybody. You know, when we go in a completely different lane, something new and fresh and exciting.
not the average tough guy competition.
No, not only that, but like you
Get
said,
under
we're making celebrities out of this.
Yeah. And, and with the TV that we have coming now, you know, we're going to be in everybody's living room. So you want to talk about national television?
Yeah, man.
This thing gets picked up. We go national with this, and we really become celebrities. Like we're going prime time. So, you know, with the grace of God and thank God for all the things He's brought into our life, where it humbles us. I'm looking forward to going to church with you guys Sunday.
Yeah.
But we're super happy. Brawl for it all. We are on our way. We're taking off. We want to wish CES and all the boxers in there tonight. Anthony Marcella, all the local fighters. I don't know all the names
Bling
right now.
Bling's fighting too.
Bling Bling's
Yeah.
fighting tonight. Steve Domenico's working his way up with the commentating. But good luck, CES.
And thanks to everyone that works with us.
Thanks all of our friends and family.
Exactly. We got
Joe
a lot of good
Russo,
people around
Rita,
us.
Lisa, Terry, Kamalina. The list goes on. I forget everybody.
Joe
We love
Russo.
you. Thank you. We love you.